Next, we're going to deal with the zones labelled dead and startup. The startup area, as its name implies, is the area of the fuel map the engine will be accessing during cranking and initial startup. On the face of it, this sounds like a really important area since it influences how the engine will start, but the reality is that during this period of time, the ECU will be using the cranking enrichment and post-start enrichment, which influence the startup quality much more than the actual target AFR or the fuel table numbers in this area. Likewise, the dead zones consist of areas in the fuel table we can't get to during normal operation. For example, we can't access high boost pressure at 500 RPM, and we typically won't operate the engine at 8,000 RPM and high vacuum. This means we don't need to worry about the specific tuning in these areas too much. For the sake of smoothness and completeness, I follow the AFR target trend I have in the rest of the table through these zones, and in the main fuel table, I like to achieve a smooth shape to my map in these areas too. Most engines exhibit a reasonably smooth and consistent change in volumetric efficiency as load and RPM changes. This means our fuel table should also be smooth and consistent. If you have large erratic changes in the fuel table in the startup area, this may make it difficult to account for with the cranking and startup parameters.